Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope you're having a lovely day. A few days ago I did a video titled YouTube Goes to War with Ad Blockers, How Companies Die, and I showcased a notice on the screen that your video player will be blocked after 3 videos. It looks like you may be using an ad blocker. Video playback will be blocked unless YouTube is allow listed or the ad blocker is disabled. And I did a follow-up to that video where it looks like a large company is giving them the finger by advertising on their own platform just one ad that I think my audience would actually be okay with, which says, block this ad, download Brave, which is a web browser based on Chromium. It is open source, and it has an ad blocker built in that is automatically turned on that disables the YouTube ads. There appears to be a new casualty in this war, which is a client that I like called NewPipe. Several months ago, I did a video titled NewPipe is how you should be watching YouTube videos, and I'm going over the NewPipe client. NewPipe is not really designed as an ad blocker. NewPipe is just supposed to be a privacy-focused YouTube client for viewing videos for people who don't want to deal with the privacy implications of using the stock YouTube app and logging into it. And it actually works exceptionally well. It just so happens to also not play the ads, and it also has a download button, which is very useful for people who want to be able to download the video without dealing with the garbage restrictions that you have when you use YouTube Premium and you have a device that's been offline for a period of time. I think it's a particularly great application, and my boss has actually contacted them about giving them a grant because we wanted to give them money. They make a great little open source application. It is very quick, it is very responsive, and I think that it is very respectful of the user, and it's also an open source application. Unfortunately, they appear to be the victim of a takedown notice. Their website no longer shows up when you go to google.com and search for NewPipe. This is from NewPipe's blog at newpipe.net. NewPipe.net has been removed from Google search results due to a DMCA takedown request. Dear NewPipe community and other beloved creatures, you might have already noticed this. Searching NewPipe via Google will yield plenty of information about the project, but a link to the official website is missing. This is because Google submitted to a DMCA takedown notice from a French record label, Because Music. The notice demands removing our homepage, newpipe.net, from their search listings along with a set of other domains completely unrelated to the project. The takedown notice was published in the Lumen database by Google themselves. While worse things could have happened as a result of the takedown request, Google's unlisting of our homepage creates a variety of problems. Given the fact that Google no longer counts visits to our site, it will lose relevance. As a result, websites for fake clones of NewPipe that mimic our homepage will tend to rank higher in the results. This could ultimately cause users to fall for such scams. What really offends me and pisses me off is that people will take NewPipe, which is an open source YouTube client for Android, they will take it, repackage it with ads and other garbage and put it in the Play Store and pretend that that's the actual NewPipe. So people will download NewPipe from the wrong location and go, what the hell is this crap? It has more ads than the stock client, because people will take NewPipe, repackage it with their own ads, and place it out there. So this has been a serious and ongoing problem for the NewPipe team, and this is something that would get even worse if newpipe.net were actually taken off Google. If somebody else were able to have a website ranking that pretends to be NewPipe, then they could be serving an APK that actually does have malware, viruses, or ads in it. The team is currently discussing what to do about the situation. We are considering taking legal action. If you are a lawyer and have experience with this and would like to help, please contact us via email, team@newpipe.net. I've spoken to the developers rapport, and my boss also has as well, because he wanted to offer them a grant because he thinks that they make great open source software, no strings attached. And yeah, you know, it's a small team of college kids. These people, they don't have a legal department to be able to handle or deal with this stuff, and I think that that record label knows that. So let's just go into the contents of the claim that was made and go over why I think this is absolute and utter bullshit. So here we have this from the Lumen database. DMCA copyright complaint to Google. Sender, Because Music. Recipient, Google LLC. Kind of work, unspecified. Description, circumvention mechanism. Circumvention software. Circumvention content, tool to bypass YouTube security measures allowing users to illegally download our copyrighted content. And then it goes over a bunch of different URLs, ssyoutube.com, youtube-convert.com, addons.mozilla.org. addons.mozilla.org, a website detailing plugins and extensions for the Firefox browser. youtubemate.com, microsoft.com, play.google.com, play.google.com, microsoft.com, trustpilot.com, and it just, the list goes on and on. They're literally throwing the kitchen sink here. They want, again, you want Google to delist Microsoft.com, Mozilla, like really? Really now. Nice try. Okay, A, shame on Google for actually doing this. Something tells me that Microsoft.com is going to have a little bit less downtime in the Google search engine than newpipe.net when it comes to doing the due diligence with regards to whether this is a legitimate takedown request. But let's talk about this a little more. Let's talk about the ability to delist the website from Google because it allowed somebody to make a copy of a YouTube video. I'm recording this video right now with something called OBS. That's Open Broadcaster Studio. This is a piece of software I've been using since about 2016. I used to manually use FFmpeg from the command line with Parallel to record my microscope and my camera at the same time. Now I use OBS. OBS is also a screen recorder, so I can record what's on my screen, what's in my browser window. I use it for recording Jitsi meetings, and I can also use it to record any audio that's coming on my computer, so I can use it to record the other side of an interview. I can also use OBS to make a recording of a YouTube video. So if there's a YouTube video that you've uploaded, even if you don't want to allow me to download it, I can use OBS, which is a recording tool, to record my screen and record the audio and then have a copy of your video. Should OBS Studio be removed from Google search results? Should OBS, simply because it is a tool that can be used to record copyrighted material, be removed from the internet? Because the claim that this record label is making, the claim that is being made here by Because Music, is that if you create a tool that in any way, shape, or form allows somebody to make a copy of a YouTube video, that you should be removed from the internet. If you create a VCR, if you are a store that allows for resale of VCRs, because you allow recording of content from a television, or because you allow copying of a tape, that the VCR should not be legal and the store should not be allowed to sell the VCR. That's the argument that they're making in this. This argument appears to have actually worked and gotten through somewhere, because as of right now, when you go to Google and you search for NewPipe, it doesn't show up. And I sincerely hope that this actually changes during the course of me making this video, or sometime soon, because the precedent set with this is a ridiculous one. Again, these people literally threw the kitchen sink here. When you take a look at this, yeah, they have some YouTube downloaders in there whose sole purpose is downloading videos from YouTube. You have addons.mozilla.org. You have the Play Store, you have Microsoft.com, you have Facebook.com, you have Trustpilot, no. I'm sorry, we're not taking down the entire internet because you have a record label and you're mad that somebody is allowing people to download content from YouTube. If you put your content out there into the world, you do not get to end search engines and technology as we know it so that your music can stay protected. This is not 2002. You are not Hillary Rosen. Go the fuck home. The era for you is done. We are sick and tired of this crap, and people are not going to stand for it. And honestly, I'm kind of disappointed at Google. Again, if this was just some sort of fat-fingering screw-up, fine. If it was a fat-fingered screw-up, I get it. This just so happened to be some sort of fat-fingered screw-up where the third-party YouTube client was delisted from Google, but not everything else. Again, something tells me that the rest of the sites in this list that may have a little bit more clout. Again, I don't think that Wikipedia was taken off of Google search results as a result of this. I don't think Trustpilot was taken off of search results because of this, but NewPipe was. And that really sucks. And it demonstrates why it's important that we try and start diversifying our search engines. And this is going to be a really difficult thing to do. I've tried using Bing. I've tried using DuckDuckGo. I've tried using Brave Search. I've been using it more often recently. Can I be honest? I'm not a man that's the biggest fan of Google, but they got a damn good search engine. When you search for something like an address with Google, it'll immediately bring you to a Redfin or a Realtor or a Zillow page. When you search for that address with Brave, it may just literally change the address. It may show you a Zillow page for a house that's like 8 blocks away. It takes a little bit of getting used to. But this is why it's important that you diversify search engines, because again, somebody at Google saw this. They saw this and they thought, oh, it seems like somebody is allowing you to make a video of a YouTube video. I guess we should remove it. And completely ignore the fact that scam apps will take its place. And completely ignore the fact that that does not give you the right to be delisted from a search engine. Again, the software that I'm using right now, this is OBS Project to record this video. What I've used to record all my board videos over the years, this open source project can be used to make copies of YouTube videos that are very high quality. Just because the tool can be used to make a copy of a video recording or an audio recording that some record label is salty over doesn't mean that that technology gets to be removed from society. If it was, my dad wouldn't have stacks of Honeymooners and Golden Girls tapes at home because the VCR wouldn't exist. This is bullshit, and this record label deserves to get it for what they tried to do to the internet. Because Music, if you're watching this, fuck you. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.